After an unpleasant loss last week, we now come back home attempting to capture our first win on Monday Night Football. Welcome back everybody to the Broncos franchise. For more content like this and to help the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe. We found out last week there are multiple quarterbacks in this draft, and I'll speak on them at the end of the video because our focus now has to be on the Baltimore Ravens. But in this one we will be without Patrick Surtain and the rookie Brandon Glover, and the Ravens will be without Devin Duvernay and Fletcher Cox. So the Ravens lineup is as such. Lamar Jackson is at quarterback, running back is AJ Dillon now and Keaton Mitchell, fullback is Patrick Ricard, receivers are Zay Flowers, and replacing the injured Rashad Bateman is Tylan Wallace and third-round rookie Demetrius Meadows. Mark Andrews is their tight end along with Isaiah Likely. Left tackle is Ronnie Stanley. At left guard it's the rookie Charlie Dunn, who we know is a superstar X-Factor. At center it's Tyler Linderbaum. At right guard it's Patrick McCarry. And right tackle is Morgan Moses. At defensive ends it's Justin Madubuike, and replacing Fletcher Cox is the rookie Bill Weatherspoon. Nose tackle will be Maurice Hurst, and we might see some Travis Jones as well. At edge, it's Adafe Owe. Off-ball linebackers are Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen. At the other side of the edge, it's David Ajabo. Corners will be Marlon Humphreys, Brandon Stevens, Rock Ya-Sin, and rookie Byron Hooker. And the safeties are Marcus Williams and Kyle Hamilton. And this should be a game where it'll be more challenging than the Raiders, so we'll see how our team will respond coming back home now and playing against one of the most dominating teams in the league. But here we are in Monday Night Football with both teams in search of their first win of the season. Ravens will get the ball to start the game first, and Week 2 has officially started. Cunningham's kick is returnable, and this will be taken up to the 25-yard line. Leading this team to the field is Lamar Jackson. They lost to the Chiefs last week, but Jackson played fairly well with 2 passing touchdowns and will look to contain him tonight. First play of this game, Jackson's gonna drop back to throw. Scrambling out right, but the pressure will lead him to throw this away. Pass rushing was a bit of an issue against the Raiders last week, so a good sign for the Broncos on that first play. As Jackson will take a shot downfield and connect, it's Tylan Wallace for a big gain of 31. As mentioned, the Broncos will be without Patrick Surtain, which will leave our secondary in a fragile state. Lamar Jackson also has this in his skill set as well, as he'll juke his way into an 8-yard gain. Michael Pierce injured on that play, and unfortunately he would be out for the remainder of this game. And now we are thin up front as well. Back to the action we go, and a handoff to Keaton Mitchell, and a nice tackle there by Devin Bush to prevent the first down. Bush was fairly effective in the run game last week and looking to build on his production. And Jackson throws here, and that's connected for a first down. And that is the third-round rookie out of Clemson, Demetrius Meadows, who we considered during the draft process. Jackson looking to pass again, but time runs out. Pocket collapses, it's Zach Allen first into the action. And we get to Jackson for the first time today. They go back to Mitchell, but Devin Bush comes flying in and making him go airborne. And now 3rd and long. Jackson swings this out on the screen, but quickly tackled down. It's Levi Wallace, who struggled in coverage last week and looking to redeem himself tonight. But the Ravens send out Justin Tucker, and he nails it, reminding everyone why he's the best kicker in the league. Early 3-0 lead for the Ravens, and a chance for the Broncos to respond. This is taken out of the end zone by Lester Banks, running left, breaks a tackle, and a solid return there for the rookie, giving us great field position. Leading the Broncos offense out is Jameis Winston, and he's looking to have a much better outing this time around. And hopefully it's just working out the kinks playing with new teammates for the first time. First play of the game, they run a draw. It's Raheem Mostert who's able to pick up a few. Mostert had a solid game last week against the Raiders and looking to pick up where he left off. As Winston's first pass of the night is completed, and that's to the new Bronco Kendrick Bourne, getting some playing time tonight and securing his first catch of the season. And that pass is broken up, intended for Cortland Sutton, and a 3-and-out for the Broncos offense to start this game. Ravens have moved the ball efficiently on their second drive. They give this to Mitchell running right. He's got blockers and space, and he'll pick up the first down. Mitchell already averaging 7 yards a carry in this game, and our run defense continues to struggle. Wide open pass, it's caught inside the 10, and Tylan Wallace has himself another big catch. First and goal, and this pass is caught out of bounds for a gain of 5. Ravens running read option here, and Jackson will squeak in for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson, even in a tight space, he was able to wiggle in, and we now trail by 10. Offense will need to pick up the pace to try to bounce back from this early deficit. Jumping into the second quarter, Broncos need to convert this on third down. This is thrown towards a sideline, and that catch is secured by Greg Dulcich, returning back from his week 1 injury. And we're really hoping he could develop to be a solid tight end. It's a gift to Mostert running left, and he has nowhere to go. Loss of 2 on the play. Winston back to throw again. Pocket breaking, and he'll just toss this into the stands. Now third and long. Pocket breaking again, but this time they get to him. It's Odafe Oweh with the sack, and that will take them out of field goal range. Dixon to punt this away, and it's a good one, pinning them back inside the 20, and the defense will need to figure out how to survive to keep this game within reason. Second and long now after a penalty. Jackson is going to try and throw, taking a shot downfield, and that is caught. Demetrius Meadows, the rookie, with the catch once again, and Levi Wallace's coverage continues to struggle. Jackson now running read option. Hit hard, and the ball is out, and the Broncos recover it. Huge play there by Devin Bush to pop both Jackson and the ball out, giving us our first turnover of the season. And hopefully this is the spark that we needed. Second down now after an incomplete pass. They go back to Mostert, and he's able to find a bit of space for a nice gain of 5. But the Broncos jump here, and they'll immediately lose those yards. Now third and long. They're going with the screen. Mostert has blockers and space, but Kyle Hamilton crashes into him to prevent the first down. And now a decision to make for Coach Mack. And they're going to go with the rookie kicker Cunningham to cut the lead. The kick is up, and it's no good. And it will remain a 10-point game as that kick was wide right. Ravens already taking advantage of this very good field position. And this pass is caught by Andrews down the seam and brought down inside the 5. You knew he was going to make a play at some point in this game. It was just a matter of when. Now Jackson to the end zone. Touchdown! Both feet in, and Tylan Wallace continues to have a big day. Unfortunately, our next drive, we went 3-and-out, resulting in a punt back to the Ravens. And Jameis Winston is currently below 50% in passing percentage, as Jackson's percentage just went up on that completion, and of course, it's Tylan Wallace again. They opted to take the clock down to 4 seconds to make this a 20-point game, and Tucker's kick is good. Such a bad half for us, and unfortunately, we're going into it without a score. Our offense has been underperforming, to say the least, as Banks will break a few tackles here, and he's got daylight. Now in second gear, one man to beat, and he's in for the touchdown. Lester Banks, our newest rookie sensation, just brought us back to life. He had a big touchdown in our last game, and now one here to finish off the half. We have a ball game now, 20-7. Offense simply needs to play better, and defensively we need to add more pressure on Jackson in the second half. Halftime report, we have some games in the league that have finished. I'm not sure why 2 of these games on the list are not played out, but unfortunately the Chiefs and the Chargers both won this week. Obviously a tough game, but it could get out of hand if we don't figure out how to stop this Ravens offense. But our offense will start the second half with the ball, and we'll see if we could cut the lead even more. First play of the second half, it's a gift to Mostert running left, and he's got daylight and taken down for a gain of 9. It's been a really tough game for Mostert to this point, so that's a good start. On second and short, it's a jet sweep and no chance there for Kendrick Bourne, as the Ravens were all over it. Out of all the guys, that's definitely not the one I want to run jet sweep with, as this pass was in a tight window and incomplete. And offensive struggles continue as we start off with a 3 and out again. Ravens, on the other hand, have been putting together another solid drive and really eating up clock for the majority of the third quarter. Here they give it to Mitchell, and he's wrapped up by Drew Sanders. And Mitchell has been averaging close to 6 yards per carry every time he's touched the ball today. This pass towards the end zone and a rare incompletion there for Jackson. That's only his 4th incompletion of the entire game. Third down here, and this is caught for the first down, and who else? It's Tylan Wallace again, who's been giving us all sorts of trouble tonight. We were able to force third down again. Jackson rolling out right, now throws and caught for the touchdown. It's Zay Flowers, and the Ravens will extend their lead. And they will go for the 2-point attempt here. Swinging this out and brought down before the pylon. And that's the only stop on defense we've made. It's certainly been a struggle on both sides of the ball, so maybe we can do something now past the 50-yard line. Going back to Mostert, and his long night continues. Not even 2 yards a carry. Completely different player from last week. Winston now looking downfield, taking a shot towards the end zone, and knocked away. That was severely underthrown, and now if we give up another score, it's surely over. Start of the fourth quarter. Ravens looking to put the dagger on this game. And a nice job there by the rookie Nate Gills to stuff A.J. Dillon for no gain. We're hoping Gills can continue to grow as a pass rusher. It's been a quiet start to his season. Play fake here, and Gills completely levels Jackson. And Lamar is hurt on the play. Fortunately for the Ravens, he would return. But what a hit by Gills for his first sack. And Riley Moss with a nice tackle there. And we finally force a 3 and out in this game. Well, our offense will try to do this again. Winston trying to lead this offense to make this score more respectable. And Dolchich gets blasted there. Ball goes flying in the air, and luckily it drops safely. Winston taking a shot downfield. It's caught, and it's Lester Banks, the rookie. And he's gonna go all the way. Another touchdown for this rookie phenom. He's the entire offense this year. And we still have a chance at this game if we're able to stop the Ravens here on third down. Jackson, quick throw and caught. Running with space is Meadows, and finally brought down. But a huge gain, and that might have taken the life out of this Broncos team. Jackson going back to Meadows, and another first down. And our secondary has been shredded all night by these no-name receivers. Ravens looking to put this one away. Jackson going to the end zone, and that's caught for another touchdown reception for Zay Flowers. And that would ultimately put the nail on the coffin. absolutely dominated tonight, and we unfortunately are going to start the season off 0-2. We just couldn't figure out our offense in these past 2 weeks, and outside of the big plays by Lester Banks, we have been very efficient in putting stress on our defense after multiple 3-and-outs. It's a short sample size, but Jameis Winston has been underwhelming with tons of inaccuracy so far. Raheem Mostert was a no-show in the second half of the last game, and extremely underproductive tonight. So I might consider starting Lester Banks at running back next week. He's been a beast all season long so far, and what a find for us. Defensively, we were able to put some pressure on Jackson, but our secondary was down 2 of our best guys, so we'll see if we can clean that up in the next game. For these last 2 games, it's really also to get a feel of what our strengths are and how to evaluate who can do what. It's also a chance to see what works in our playbook and learn how we can help certain players be placed in better positions. But I can already see our defense is a little bit more improved, and unfortunately we'll need to figure it out because Michael Pierce is going to be out for the next 4 weeks. Before we finish off the episode, here's the upcoming draft, and the immediate discussion has to be the quarterback position, and we have 4 of them projected as top 5 players in this class. It's still early to gather information, but how a guy handles pressure is going to be the most important thing in how I evaluate quarterbacks. And then their arm strength and the athleticism would be a huge bonus if they're a good one. My favorite of the bunch currently is Spencer Bayer. He reminds me a lot of Demarius Browning from the previous draft, but does look a bit better, but obviously it's still too early. As mentioned last week, there are still 2 other players that caught my eye. A 6'8 receiver who I think could be more of a tight end, and a 20-year-old cornerback, and that's the guys I will have my eye on, but of course, we'll set our scouts to focus more on who our future quarterback will be. Week 3 won't be easier as we take on the Cincinnati Bengals, and right after that the Arizona Cardinals at home. So we'll look to dig ourselves out of this hole that we created and get us into the win column. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please comment on what you've seen so far in the field. And I'll see you in the next one. I'm Monkey C, and I'm out.